Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very welcome. Well, today we have got a creator we've done 3 times in the past, and I say that with a big smile over my face because these are always the best reviews. They are in equal measures brilliant, exuberant and wacky, and they don't mind making an absolute fool of their own maps just for the fun of it. That's my favourite sort of thing. We've done them 3 times, 810, 871 and 922, where they got 14, 14 and 10 stars, not in that order. Today, they're going to get some stars. That's all I'm going to tell you in advance. Because stars is what they're going to get, and stars is what I deserve, so hit the star button right now, thank you very much. Today's map is Raliwaya Railways Fever by Anoupou Merynetjerou. 14 stars twice out of 3 maps, remember this creator. 14 stars. Think about that. There's your start square. Perfectly usable. Couple of splashes of water in, well, 3 splashes of water. That works. There's your terrain heights. Flat in the middle. Mountains around the outside. And I'm telling you now, there are some railways. We have got resources and they are beautifully sploshed. It's like a paint can gone crazy. And then we have, if you've got Sunset Harbour, we have fishing that will look like this. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, no DLC required for this one. There is a little requirement list of other stuff though. Owl's Albedo theme and the photorealistic LUT from Reaper, the final version, are in operation today. And we have some reading. Don't have to read all of it, but trust me, just settle down. Bedside reading. This last little bit, the explanation as to how the name came to be, I promise you, just save that till bedtime. Curl up with your iPad and just have a read. Honestly, you'll love it. You'll go to bed smiling. You might not go to bed smiling if you have got like 8 gigs of RAM and you have to subscribe to all of these, but that's why I'm here to show you the map in its full glory without having to subscribe to half of the workshop. I have got Daylight Classic, the old version, and I use Hide It instead of No Radioactive Desert and more, but everything else is absolutely fine. Right, okay, so we're going to start with the roads, because we always start with the roads, and we might as well save the rail for a little bit later on. And yeah, it's a very typical Anoupou map, this one. Those hills are, oh, it's a road over, oh, what's that stuff called under there? The mountains are very much of their flair, their niche. They do like these sort of like meringue mounds, just like the little peaks, the tufts and peaks. It's lovely. Another road over, oh, what's that thing called down there? I can't. Name's gone again. Anyway, a nice bridge over the river coming up here. Some really nice aesthetic set pieces that are going to say it now. We're going to say I'm not going to focus on this because already I can tell you that the show is going to be over 20 minutes long, and so we haven't got time to look at the things which are maybe not quite as flourished, shall we say. But there are 1 or 2 points where, especially around the sides of the map, where you probably don't want it so heavily detailed anyway. But there are 1 or 2 areas that I feel are a little bit underdone compared to the rest of the map. But I guess you can argue that that's the point of having an edge of the map. But we have got stuff on the edge of the map. Some nice, more nice rock and water work. We'll check that in the second half of the show. Really lovely flourish of an intersection here. I really do like this one, the way it loops round and back. And in fact, we'll have a little look at the merge lanes as we come back off of here. And you'll see, if we have a little look at, where are we, try and find this one over here. This one's got a bit of a shoulder on it as it comes off, and it does keep the traffic flowing quite neatly, but aesthetically it's not quite, oh, a little bit encroaching foliage, but it does it just doesn't look the best. Like here as well. I'll show you how you would fix this. Probably have to stop the simulation. There we are. Show you how I stop the simulation. We'll get there in a second. But yes, what I would do is move. Pause. There you go. I'll move that onwards. Okay, you'd have to plan the intersection around this. This wouldn't work like this, obvious reasons. But doing something a little bit like, maybe not mess with this other road. That other road, we'll just leave it as it was, okay? But yeah, something a little bit more like that. So the roads would be merging in a straight line straight on. But again, it wouldn't work in this situation exactly. You'd have to plan and work your way around that one. It's a minor thing, a very, very minor thing. And again, in terms of gameplay, won't affect things at all. Okay, so we've got a road under, what's that stuff called again? And heading off towards, in the start square kind of direction here. We've still got an intersection to play with first before we get there. But yes, oh, wow. We've got some great creators showing their face this week. Wait till you see who we've got tomorrow. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you now. It's a big name. One of the biggest names. I mean, you would have thought Anoupou Merynetjerou was one of the biggest names, wouldn't you? I rode over thing there. But tomorrow we have got one of the biggest names, if also one of the smallest ones as well. Another swooping intersection going on there as well. Beautifully done. Also can't find any faults with this. Pillars are in exactly the right locations. I mean, it's just good work. And you'd expect no less, wouldn't you? Heading down now towards the start square itself. Before we get there, I do want to show you something else as well, which is just a nice little touch. Right, we've got this viaduct going on here. And as we head down here, see this little cluster of like mossy weeds and stuff going on there. See how we're in the middle of a little mini valley going on there? That's where the water would run down. That is going to be a soggy area, isn't it? That's clever. It's just a nice little bit of detailing that could easily have not been done by a lesser creator. What's this? A milestone, maybe? Half a mile to the start square? Maybe not even that. Here's your start square roundabout. Looks good to me. Also looking good to me is the high school baseball stadium by KingLeno. Now, of all of the classic American sports, baseball is the one I have no feeling for at all. I just don't get it. I mean, I do get it. I know what it is. It's bat and ball, and yeah. I mean, ice hockey, NASCAR, American soccer, basketball, you name it. You name it. All of those, love it. Baseball, yeah. Anyway, factoids because factoids. Samuel Crompton, even, who died on this date, the 26th of June in 1827, was the inventor of the very popular spinning mule, which is like a loom, an 18th century loom, I guess. Because he couldn't afford to take out the patent on his invention, he only made £60 out of the whole operation. Well, I mean, £60 would have been a good chunk of money back then, but obviously he could have become a multi-millionaire by today's standards. Anyway, Samuel Crompton. Okay, right. Oh, we've even got the mound on there. Look at it. He's even putting the mound. I love these little bleachers as well. Nice work, KingLeno. Nice work. The high school baseball stadium there by KingLeno. Right, back to the roads, and we're going to skip fairly quickly to the edge of the map because I know you guys want to see the railways. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Yes, I know you guys want to see it. If you've got a map called Raliwaya, Railways Fever, you want to see the railways. So that's what we'll do. I'll head up this valley. See what I mean here? It's just a little bit less flourished, isn't it? The hills are a little bit... But anyway, you can't have a beautiful perfect... Well, you can have it everywhere, but why would you? Right, okay, down to the rail. We're going to skip over the rail fairly quickly because this show is going to be mighty long anyway. What I will tell you with the rail is we don't have any gradient issues. We don't have any encroaching foliage. We do not have any catenary chaos. We don't have any rocks glitching through, and we've got some detailing underneath. We don't have any branches overhanging the catenary wires that I've seen, and we've got a just like a very slick looking route. It goes across the middle of the map here. Nice bridges, nice transitions of the bridges, and it's all very slick and tidy. So basically, oh blimey, I mean, it's a railways map, isn't it? It's a railways map, and as you'll probably made out, we've just got a good flat build space in the middle of the map, and you could draw from the railways and like build out and do a great rail infrastructure on this map. Anyway, if we come down here, we could take a right here, but I think we'll bear left and head off towards the edge of the map. There we go. We'll bear left here, head off towards the edge of the map, and get ready for one of those intermissions, because we know we love those intermissions, don't we? Left or right? We'll go right here. So prepare yourself for the intermission today, because hang on a second, the rail's going on a little bit more. Right, we'll just follow the railway along a little bit more. So we've got viaduct over viaduct there, across the lake there, and then bearing around. What's around here? Oh, we've got some little bit of coast here. It's nice, and some nice rock work either side there. It's nice and tidy, isn't it? I quite like that. And then heading down to the harbour area, and the harbour area is it's splendid. Got sidings. We have got everybody's favourite factory. So yeah, you can have that as an industrial area there. And then we're going rail under viaducts. That's nice and tidy. And then heading around towards the coast again. So maybe we're going to dead end right about here. Just skip across here. And we'll just like bend a little bit here and a bend there. A little transition across the water here as well. And heading up the sides of these mountains. Up the sides of the mountains is lovely. Not going up the side of the mountains, just along the edge of the mountain. It's nice and smooth and clean and pleasant as well. Over the water, under the viaduct, and heading off towards the edge of the map now, which is great because we are now waiting for that intermission. So Zach, if you'd like to prepare yourselves for your moment of glory as we do a little what's this here? We've got a little loop around here as well. Look at little loopity there. That's clean and tidy, isn't it? And then viaduct across there, and into the tunnel and off the edge of the map. And oh no, hang on a second. It does a loopity loop under the ground there. And then if we head back down to where's this going now? There it goes. Oh, it goes in there. It loops back around out that way. In there and loops back around out this way. And then follows around this way and through there. It loops back on itself there as well, and loops through here and loops around there. And now the thing is, if I'm going to be ultra picky, all right, this is amazing. Do not get me wrong, this is absolutely freaking amazing. And this is just basically, as I said at the start of the show, exuberant and wacky. They've really pulled out all the stops. They've also used a lot of nodes and segments. A lot of them here. We're going on here. Yeah, another loop-de-loop there. So there's room for a big city build on this map. There's no real argument there, and I feel that people will want to. And I'm just wondering, well, another loop-de-loop there as well underground. There's so many loop-de-loops under the ground, losing track of where everything is. So if I'm going to be incredibly picky on this one, I would say that all these exuberances could detract a little bit from gameplay. What's going on there? We'll have a look at that when we come back in a minute. Oh, we're now going down towards the start square. Okay, right. If you can make out the baseball stadium on the right-hand side in the field there, just off to the right of your screen now. So yes, I would say that if anything, as bloody marvellous as they are, and listen, I'm not knocking them. I think it's great work. It's quirky work. It is wacky work. It is quality work. What's going on here? Take a right. Take a right. And a doubly loop-dilly-loop-dilly. Look at this. Oh, Anoupou, Merynetjerou, you are an absolute twerp. I love you. I love you. Keep it up. Okay, we are now now going to the edge of the map. So we'll take that intermission in a few moments and I'll come back with the shipping. If they think there's any more room for shipping on this map. Oh my god.
Who is the mysterious modder? Perhaps the greatest modder of them all. Why the heck are they named after a flightless bird? Find out more when BonBonB met Bloody Penguin and Skylines talk now.
Oh, the Bloody Penguin. What a great creator. Okay, back to great creators. We have a shipping route coming up here, which dead ends right by the harbour area. This is, for me, that's the best bit of all the shipping routes. We do have some shipping routes everywhere else, if we can find them. We've got a little one that loops around there to a dead end. That is fine, in case you wanted to do something there. And then we've got another one over here, which heads up here and dead ends there, which is fine. And then we've got another one somewhere up here. There we go. Off the edge of the map there, and dead ends up there, which is fine. But that first one is the main one, clearly. Now, if you have a look here underneath the rail, you'll see we've got some pipes. And the pipes are running under the rail, and we've got some built-in infrastructure, like we've got the water tower there, and we've got an outlet there, which we'll check back a little bit later on. Promise you we'll have a little look at that later on. And so you can see we've got some infrastructure already in place. So I'm not even going to look for water flow, because I don't think it really matters a huge deal. And you do have options anyway, if you are worried about that. So, all told, we've got this just a great big lovely build space in the middle of the map. It's broken up nicely. We've got an industrial area there ready to go, good to go. And some great backdrops of mountains and some interesting shapes of the lakes as well. We've got some little feature areas as well. Do like to check out the feature areas, like it's a castle. Yep, it's a castle, and it's a good castle. I like the shape of that. I like the island that it's on, and we've got a nice little jetty there as well, which has been handled very nicely. There are actually a couple of lighthouses on this map, but we won't be checking them out just because I found one of them and I couldn't find it again when I was doing the fly through. Not that it really matters at all, but it was very nicely done, and it made a bit of sense where it was as well. Now, this is your, oh, look at your water outlet. Oh, the sewage outlet this is the Park Life Cave. Never seen that used like that before. That has got another smile out of me. Thank you very much. Very neat and tidy. What more can we check out? So the mountains, we do have this valley, and the valley contains the rail line coming up here, which goes off and does its things and loops around all of those mountains just for no reason. Just to show that Anoupou has skill, and Anoupou has skill. We do have another it's a castle up here, and again, very nice castle. Don't have problems with it at all. Very nicely designed, very nicely laid out in a sensible location, and all the detailing's absolutely fine, so all credit for that. We've got some nice water on this map as well. I'm going to say that as well. We've got quite a lot of rock work plopped in to make it look really nice. And then we have some, this is a nice little waterfall. A few weeks ago we had waterfall maps, didn't we? This one, nice waterfall. Credit there. And then we got some rapids and stuff like that, leading the water down into the main water system. But I think that's nice and tidy, nice and clean. And you could do yourself a nice little park area around here. Nice little settlement going on right there as well. I'm happy with that too. And then the water just slowly transcends its way down into the main water thoroughfares, I guess we could call those down there. Lake. We're going to call it a lake. That's what we're going to call it. So yes, we are just about done. I think. What are we? Hang on, we've got an island. Oh, now this is a BonBon island. Loving the tree coverage. Loving the jetty. Loving the rock work there. We've even got a couple of houses down there as well. Yep, that's a BonBon island. Thank you very much. So many things are making me smile. Excellent work. Very nice. Right, let's go and find ourselves a thumbnail location while I say to you your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We'll use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. You can vote by clicking on that little I button in the top right hand corner of your screen. It will take you to the voting page where you can sign in using this YouTube account or Facebook or Gmail or a free Patreon account. Right, okay, what do I think of today's map? I think aesthetically it's very striking, it's very memorable. I think it's a little bit, in places, in just a few places, a little bit lackluster. But, and I haven't really shown them to you so much, but there's just a few places. It can't get a 5-star, but it's a 4-star memorable map for aesthetics. Detailing on the whole, very good indeed. There's something that doesn't say 5 stars about it to me on this one. I feel there's more that could be done to just like make this pop a bit more, but there's no issues with it at all. It's a very, very, very strong 4-star map for detail. Gameplay potential. I'm only going to give this one 3. Would have got 4, but I feel that we are using an awful lot of nodes and segments where they wouldn't ever be seen or used and should be in the city centre. So I'm going to go 3 stars for gameplay. Raliwaya, Railways Fever by Anoupou, Merynetjerou. That is very neat and tidy. And no seal of approval. Yeah, I'm saving them for the really good ones from Anoupou. That's a good one. And you'll have no problems playing on that one. But yes, I'm just hold back on that one for today, I think. Daring. Anyway, if you're still watching, you are part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word on the screen now in the comments. Score yourself 100 population points. And I'll be asking next week or so how many population you have got. And then you can talk about how many you've scored. I'll see you very, very soon.